everybody, welcome back to Dragon Quest. We are currently on the open sea, right near Sniffleheim. We have managed to defeat Alizarin, the terror of the seas, and we gained the red orb. So that makes 3 out of the 6. So we have 2 of our party members to go, Veronica and Serena, and hopefully maybe they'll be in Sniffleheim. If not Sniffleheim, maybe they'll be in Arborea. We have quite a lot still to do to fix this mess, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. But first, Sniffleheim. Let's disembark, see what's going on. There's currently an iceberg of gold in its path, so nobody can get in, nobody can get out.
What's going on? My heart's beating like crazy.
Oh yeah, and Erik has no memory. He juices in battles, he has no ability.
The fall of Yggdrasil has changed everything. It's more than likely Sniffleheim didn't escape unscathed.
But did, I'd be real surprised.
Which is why I think we'd better check in on Queen Frizabel before we head off to Arborea. That all right with you? Right. We're away to the castle to see the Queen. While we're at it, why don't you lot take a look around town and make sure everything's okay? What's the matter, Erik? You look like you've seen a ghost, lad.
It's nothing. I'm fine. You want us to take a look around town, right? I'm all over it.
And second thoughts, you're coming with us. You're in no fit state to be wandering round on your own.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a burden.
Oh, I don't like this, Erik.
Come on now, laddie. This isn't like you. Chin up, eh? A stroll to the castle will do you the power of good.
Okay. Nobody's around. That's always a good sign. Not. Let's see, that's the way through. Let me just go save real quick. This has been a while. I definitely don't want to, lose my progress. Because since the last time I saved, we gained Erik, we defeated Alizarin, made it to Sniffleheim. Wouldn't be a good day. I would hate to lose all that, even if it was only like an hour's worth of work. Turn to snow. Anything up here? Can't remember. I don't think there was. Except a random person. Okay. They're all around town. The harbor seemed quiet, but this is something else entirely. Looks like all the villagers have shut themselves up inside their houses and locked the doors. I wonder what they're so scared of. I'm going to keep looking around town. You and Rab should head to the castle. Perhaps Queen Frizabel would be more forthcoming than her subjects. I thought the main square would be the best place to gather information, but there's not a single townsperson to be seen. I hear them whispering inside their homes, but no matter how loudly I knock, they refuse to open their doors. What in heaven's name has happened here? Well, we can but continue to search the city. You must do the same at the castle. Where's the bundle? Do you remember when we were here last, darling? The city was hustling and bustling and like nobody's business. Now there's hardly a soul to be seen. They're all cooped up inside their homes and they won't come out and play. It's almost as if they're not over the moon to see us.
Now then, laddie.
Fall of Yggdrasil turned everything upside down. I just hope Queen Frisabel and the rest of the Sniffleheimers are still safe. Come on, laddie, let's go and check on Her Majesty. What's going on? My heart's beating like crazy. Oh, here are two brave, stalwart guards. I swore to keep Her Majesty safe from harm, but how can I defend her against a disease whose origins escape even our wisest scholars? Wish I could hide inside the castle until this all blows over, but the captain has put me on guard duty again. A guard's life is a hard life. Ah, you are the traveler who came here once before, are you not? I'm glad to see you well. Her Majesty has been very concerned for your safety. You must go inside and see to her. Truth be told, our kingdom is currently beset by a terrible plague. If you could let the Queen know that you are unharmed, it would be one thing less for her to worry about. A plague? Okay. Wonder what could be going on. Plague. What about Crystalinda? Oh, there's still people around here, at least. Queen Frisabel and I grew up together. That is why it is all the more upsetting to see her having to deal with this crisis on her own, and to be unable to do anything to help. The lift down to the dungeon is currently off limits. Forgive me, but I cannot let you pass. Believe me, it is for your own safety. The wicked witch Crystalinda is imprisoned down there. She may be the one who's behind this plague. But I thought she didn't have any more powers left. There is an awful disease spreading around Sniffleheim. Everyone suspected the witch of being behind it, so Her Majesty ordered her to be locked away in the dungeons. Frisabel is convinced that Crystalinda is innocent, but there's no other way to relieve her people's panic. What a terrible thing for the Pearl Girl to have to do to her friend. She and the witch become so close. The mysterious disease started to spread right after the World Tree fell. Just when we recovered from one shock, another struck without warning. Will the illness take me just as suddenly as it had the others? It is such a scary thought. I cannot stop shaking. Crystalinda was once our sworn enemy, and now, not long after she returns, we are struck down by this terrible plague. Few doubt that she is the one who has brought this disaster upon us. But is this really the case? Sounds like perhaps you have doubt. Poor Queen Frisabel. You will find Queen Frisabel in a throne room. It is grand hall to the rear of the castle. She is deeply troubled about the disaster that is unfolding across her realm. If there is anything you can do to help, it would be greatly appreciated. Many soldiers of Sniffleheim have already fallen to the disease. Now we are the only ones still standing. But so long as I live and breathe, I will do my duty. If this castle were to be stormed by the Lord of Shadow's most monstrous minions, I would gladly lay my life on the line to keep Her Majesty safe. But how am I to protect her from an adversary that is invisible and intangible and that may strike at any moment? How indeed. Welcome in, traveler. Are you here to see the Queen? Then please proceed up the stairs. I'm sure she'll be overjoyed to see you safe and well. Ah, how good it is to see you alive and well, friend. Have you already met with Queen Frisabel? I'm currently hard at work studying the strange plague that is spreading around Sniffleheim. Please, you must talk to Her Majesty. She will be able to tell you more. If you wish to know what is happening in our kingdom, you must speak with Her Majesty. It is not my place to talk of our nation's woes with outsiders. I'm hardly an outsider, thank you very much. Ever since Crystalinda taught me how to apply makeup, I've been a changed woman. I recently stopped by the armorer's to buy a new axe and came back loaded with earrings and accessories. But then the World Tree fell and the plague began to spread. Now is not the time to be dressing up. I have pledged my sword to Queen Frisabel in her kingdom. Even if I should be afflicted by the fever, I will protect her to my dying breath. What's Queen Frisabel got to say about all this?
Cheer up, Your Majesty. It might never happen. What's got you looking so glum?
Lord Rab! And your friends too. I am so happy to see you safe and well.
Aye, the feeling's very much mutual. A lot's happened since last we met.
Indeed. Yggdrasil has fallen. The world has been covered in darkness. Gold fever ravages my kingdom. But we survived. Some were not so lucky.
What's that now? Gold fever? Is there something going on round these parts we should know about?
There is. It all began a few weeks ago, you see. A strange disease started to spread across Niflheim. It affects people, animals, even plants. Anyone or anything that catches it turns entirely to gold.
Oh. I mean, that's great for plants. Sell those things. Everything else.
Gold.
We don't know what causes it or how to cure it, so every one of my poor subjects lives in fear of being struck down next.
I mean, at least they're not dead.
I tried to send for help, but every route out of the kingdom is blocked by great golden obstacles. We are completely cut off.
I can see why they thought Crystalinda did it. That is very much a magical thing.
My dear friend Crystalinda was studying the illness to try to find a cure. But in their panic, my people suspected her of spreading it instead. For her own safety, I was forced to lock her away in the dungeons. I have tried to tell my subjects she is innocent, but they simply will not listen. They are blinded by fear. This awful disease has turned my kingdom upside down.
There, Your Majesty. Dinny look so crestfallen. We'll get to the bottom of this for you.
Don't go making promises you can't keep. Or that you don't know you'll be able to keep. I mean, in this case we will, because obviously we're the luminary. It's our duty. We'll figure it out. But still, don't go making promises you can't keep.
Oh, thank you. You are always so very kind to me. I will let everybody in the city know that you are here to help, and that they must help you in turn. Take care, dear friends.
Gold. My gold.
I'm gonna learn something about you now, huh? I've asked my guards to inform everyone in the city that you are here to help save Sniffleheim from gold fever, and that they should aid you in whatever way they can. I'm sure my people will open their doors for you now. Please, you must talk with them and find out all that you can. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Can you even? Gold fever is a fearful disease. It turns anything it infects into a statue of stolen gold, people and animals alike. Many Sniffleheimers suspect Crystalinda of being behind it with her past crimes and the fact that she is a witch, but I do not believe that. Apparently you're one of the few. So you're going to aid us in fighting the fever? I'm afraid our own endeavors are something of an impasse. Just between you and me, we're no closer to finding the source of the infection than when we first began. But I cannot bring myself to tell Her Majesty and the people the bad news. I've been trying to learn more about gold fever myself, but I can find no mention of anything even faintly resembling it in any of our many books. The only explanation I can think of is that this disease is not a naturally occurring ailment. It may have been created quite recently by an evildoer with some purpose in mind. You may leave the protection of Queen Frizabelle in my hands. I will defend her with my life. I shall not be bowed by a mere malady. I mean, at least if you're being turned to solid gold, you're probably not really dead. At least it's not a fever that actually kills, because there's no real coming back from the dead. Your Majesty tells me you volunteered to find a cure for gold fever. Good luck, friend. You may be our last hope. I'm gonna go down and talk to Crystalinda and see what she has to say. No, go away. We heard from Her Majesty that you have agreed to lend us your aid in battling the dreaded gold fever. Thank you. Now that you have the Queen's blessing, I am sure the townspeople will be only too willing to open their doors to you. You should have been willing in the first place! I'm me! Gold fever started to spread right after the World Tree fell. Just when we thought we were safe, it struck without warning. While the illness take me just as suddenly as it has to others, it is such a scary thought I cannot stop shaking. It is almost time for my fellow maid's shift to begin. She should be here at any moment. She's an older lady, but ever such a hard worker. Even in these troubled times, she has never missed a shift. She must have cleaning fever. Her Majesty has orders to aid in whatever way you need. If you wish to use a lift to go down to the dungeon, you are free to pass. Let's go talk to Crystalinda. Thankfully for me, gold fever has not yet spread to these dungeons. If you wish to learn more about the disease, you'd be better off asking upstairs or in the city. Crystalinda is currently imprisoned in the cell beyond these doors. The cage itself is a relic from the Age of Heroes. Its bars are completely resistant to magic, so even when as powerful as the Wicked Witch herself cannot break free. Hello, darling. Ah, how nice of you to visit. Don't worry, you won't catch anything from me. I have nothing to do with that ridiculous gold fever. But when you are a witch, people insist on blaming you for everything. With good reason, I suppose. If it makes them feel better, I'll play along. Anyway, enough about me. There's something you must know. Gold fever is no ordinary illness. I've used enough black magic in my time to recognize its hallmarks. It is not a plague. It is more akin to a curse. Whoever crafted this magic is more powerful than I ever was. Only you, Luminary, have the strength to stop them. I'm probably the last person you would want to do a favor for, but please, for Frizzy's sake, find this person and break this curse. We are all counting on you. I would really, really like to know why there's a freaking thing there. Might as well go upstairs. I was hoping Crystalinda would have more to say, but alas. It's not to be. Let's go see if the maiden here has anything new to say. There's an awful disease. Nope. Nothing new. Welcome into Sniffelheim Castle. Before the disaster struck, this place was renowned as the handsomest palace in all Ardrea. Perhaps one day when a cure for gold fever has been found, it will be known for its beauty again, and not for misery and pain. Goodness.
Ah, there you are. Is everything all right?
Not exactly. You see, the Queen seemed awful sad. And she told us of this. Ah. Hello there, madam. Do you have a minute to talk to us? We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Do I have a minute, he asks. How can I know when every second might be my last? You do well to leave this place before you turn to gold too. Wait, I know you. You're that boy, Erik.
You know me?
Oh, don't be silly. Everyone in Sniffelheim knows you. You're the... Oh, no! This can't be happening!
What's the matter, dear? Are you okay?
No! Don't get turned to gold until you tell me what about Erik!
It's... got me.
I, 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 I guess she didn't have a minute.
I take it this is a case of gold fever. It's horrible.
Man, look at Sylvander's face. He's like, oh.
Erik, honey, are you okay? Tell me where it hurts.
Erik? Huh? I heard a commotion and came running. I never thought that I would find you here.
Do you know our friend, Father? He's an old pal of ours, but we lost him after the fall. And I fear he's taken a blow to the head somewhere along the way. He doesn't remember a thing about his life before then.
Oh, my poor child. Perhaps I can help to jog your friend's memory. Come to the church by the city gates, and I will tell you what I know of his past.
Don't care at all about the golden figure behind you. No. What does she matter? There's no response. She's just a golden statue. Gold fever has struck again. This world is going to rack and ruin, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. So now you've seen for yourself the terrible effects of gold fever, and there is no cure, no way for us to escape its clutches. One day it will come for us all. Goodness gracious. The Vikings who rove the northern seas have a hideout nearby. A giant golden boulder suddenly appeared in the entrance to Sniffelheim Bay, and another one in the Snarefelt, too. I don't know if they have anything to do with the fever, but they are blocking all traffic in and out of the kingdom by land or sea. We are completely cut off. There's nothing for us to do down at the docks, so now we spend our days in the mead hall instead, drowning our sorrows. Since the golden plague appeared, I have hardly sold a drop of mead. Even the Vikings, my very best customers, are nowhere to be seen. Have they been struck down by gold fever, too? I have thought about sailing around the Cape and delivering a few barrels directly to the hideout, but I fear the danger is too great. Would you like me to do it? I totally will. Yeah. I keep trying. He was my one and only admirer. Every day I would catch his eye and he would come to drink in the mead hall. And now he is gone. Nobody so much as looks my way anymore. I've lost the will to flirt. I might as well just turn to gold and be done with it. So who'd you lose? I'm so bored. I don't understand what that stupid fever thinks is so fun about turning everyone to gold. Sure, gold is nice and shiny, but you can't do anything exciting with it. With a pile of shiny white snow, you can have a snowball fight with all your friends. Kid, telling it like it is. I'm training to be astrologer. I know very little about gold fever, but I heard that you and your friends were here to help. I attempted to divine your future from the movement of the stars. However, the only thing I saw was the single word, forgiveness. Does this mean anything to you? This book was frozen solid before, and now that the ice has melted, it's completely soaked through. You're an unfortunate one, friend, to come to Sniffelheim at a time like this. If I were you, I would run away as fast as my legs could carry me. But you're not running, you are trying to find a cure for the fever. I could never be as brave as you. Then why don't you leave? Oh wait, he can't. That's right. Oh! There are people out now. I love you so much, my darling. If it meant that I could stay by your fireside forever, I would gladly turn to gold. I could never bear to be apart from you. Even if the gold fever takes us, our love will never die. I don't see any guy saying something like that. Hey, what are you two doing out here? You want to catch the fever? You must take shelter right away. A woman was struck down not 20 paces from this very spot. Ugh, gold fever is causing me enough problems, so I must have to worry about love sickness too. Fiola, this is not the time to be running away from your pen. Don't you know that a lady just turned to gold in the square? I don't want you coming down with the fever too. I want to go outside to try to find a cure for gold fever, but Mama won't let me. She says I have to stay indoors. Hi, Wanderer. You're allowed to go outside, right? Will you find a cure for us? I don't want my Mama to turn to gold. My boy is far too curious for his own good. First he was obsessed with the witch, and now he will not stop talking about this awful fever. Please, Wanderer, would you tell him not to do anything dangerous? I don't want to lose him. But that's what I do on a daily basis. So house is exactly the same like the last one. Did I get this book? I'm fairly certain I've gotten all of them. Sunseed. Yeah. Okay. Let's go looking. Oh, Sniffleheim. That was the one that had the Puff Puff girl who always told us to come back tomorrow. Withdraw. Let's take out 70,000. Okay. Order for having at least 100,000 gold coins on one person at once. Many Sniffleheimers believe that gold fever is the work of the Wicked Witch, but those people are gravely mistaken. I followed Crystalinda's career more closely than any other. Even if she wanted to turn people to gold, it is not within her power. This is someone else's doing. I don't think I ever saw you before. Did I? Not like it matters. There's nothing in here. Even with that thing on the bed taunting me. Let's go ahead and take a nap. It would have to be super hard. I wish I could make the children a nice steaming pot of fiske soup, but ever since gold fever struck, we haven't been able to get the ingredients. We are all doing our very best to keep their little bellies full, but unless somebody finds a cure, they will start to go hungry soon enough. I have lived in Sniffleheim my entire life, and I've never known such dark days as these. Is this all the result of Yggdrasil falling from the sky? Mama says I'm not allowed to play outside until the fever goes away. But I'm so bored. I want to have a snowball fight. I'm really good at throwing snowballs. All the boys wish they could throw like me. You throw like a girl. So there's a good thing this time. There's a tourist pamphlet called The Rough Planet Guide to Sniffleheim. Though the individual snowflake is a tiny, beautiful crystal, lighter than sparrows down, the snowdrift is a vast and crushing mass of ice. Oh, yeah. Read this one before. I've read them all! There's nothing new. Mr. Minstrel has been singing a lot of scary songs lately. I'm sure he'll sing something nice again eventually. I just have to keep listening. My daughter and I love music more than anything. I had hoped that listening to the Scald sing would ease our troubled minds, but it does not seem to be working. What do I know about gold fever? Nothing would help, I fear. I only pray that you can save my girl from its clutches. She has many more songs to hear. Gold fever, la 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 la. Fever of gold descends into Silvertown and drags it down. Such a cold fever. Pretty girl, beware that golden hex. You might be next. Dang. That is not something good to say. Welcome into the Crystal Kingdom of Sniffleheim, home of beautiful buildings and shining white snows, and of the danger of being turned to gold at any moment. I stand here every day, warning wayward travelers to stay well away. Anything here? Anything here? Nope. Alrighty-dighty. So we have the church. The Reverend Father told me that he wished to speak with you. You will find him in the vestry, the room at the back of the church. Please, let yourselves in. Thank you. I probably shall. The scholars of Sniffleheim have long been regarded as the most advanced students of the arcane arts in all Ardrea, and yet the cure for gold fever escapes them. It seems they were not quite so clever as I thought. This is a sad discovery, and a frightening one. Man, even the most smart people take time learning something like this. What's that, mister? You're looking for a lady called Lillian? Well, my name is Lily. Is that close enough? I'm only joking. I know exactly who it is that you're looking for. Lilian is the name of my mama's mama. Are you a friend of hers? Give Lilian's diploma to Lily? Yes. It's a letter from my grandmama. I'm sorry, mister, but she will not be able to read it. She isn't here anymore, you see. She went to see the world tree. I mean, she passed away. Her story was a very sad one. She came for Zwaardrust, you see. One day, not long before she would have graduated, it was destroyed by the monsters. They hurt her mummy and daddy and stole all their money. She had to leave the school she loved and start working so that she could pay the doctors who were trying to make her mummy and daddy better. Because of what she went through, she always wanted me to study very hard so that I could one day go to the school she loves so much and learn to be a lady. So that's what I'm going to do. When I am older, I'm going to go to l'Académie de Notre Maître des Médailles. I will finish the studies that my grandmama never managed to and make her happy up in heaven. But just listen to me going on and on. You don't want to hear my troubles. You just want to deliver your letter, I am sure. Well, I cannot give it to her exactly, but I can put it on her grave the next time I go to see her. I'm sure she'd like that. You gave Lilian's diploma to her granddaughter Lily. You should head back to l'Académie de Notre Maître des Médailles and tell Madame Augustine what you found out. I totally forgot about that. Completely. Just totally forgot about it. What do you have? Zombie's Bane. Dragon's Bane. Razorwing, Wormfang, Icicle Dirk, Winter's Wing, Starcross. Uh-huh. Erik. And we'll buy another one for, Sprigdrazil. A wondrous wand infused with the World Tree's power that can sometimes send nature-based monsters into a trance. Shiver Stick. I can buy that, though. Sage's Staff. Let's go ahead and get that. Rab. Go ahead. And Paladin's Lance. Level-ash and Steel Claws. That's it. There is no more. White Shield. Ice Shield. Warrior Shield. Fur Hood. Silver Tiara. Don't I have a fur hood? Hoka's hat. Disturbing turban. Minister's mitre. Mithril helm. Let's give it to Hendrik. And hairy vest. Strong Sam. Silk bustier, magical skirt, macabre mantle, defense. Wow, that is way better. Let's go ahead and give it to him, since he's got so few things on that are good. Garter, flowing dress. This hallowed frock fortifies the wearer with water, warding against fire and ice. Wow, they're so expensive. Oh, wait. I think they've gotten enough of my money for the moment. I'm all the way down to 32,000. I'm poor again. Ah. Tell you. Fever forced me to close my stall, but this kind lady has allowed me to set up shop in here. Sniffelheim might be cold and frosty, but its people are the exact opposite. I used to run a stall out in the street selling the finest herbs and spices from all over Erdrea. But then those golden glaciers suddenly appeared and cut the kingdom off from the outside world. Business has completely dried up. That's gotta be terrifying. Even more so than just, you know... Okay. Let's party talk. Because I can't get enough of the talking. Y'all know me. That priest we met outside the castle said he knew me. Maybe he could help me remember my past. The church is by the main gate. Can we go and see him? Gold fever's even nastier than I thought. Turned that poor old woman to gold quick as a flash. We have to find a cure, and fast. But first of all, let's see what that priest has to tell us about Erik's past. Maybe he'll be able to help us work out what's behind the fever, too.
Maybe.
I've never seen anything like it. That woman turned into a gold statue right in front of our eyes. It all happened so fast. No wonder everyone around here is living in fear of catching the fever. That poor lady turned into gold right in front of our eyes. She must have caught that fever Rab was telling us about. One minute she was walking around without a care in the world, and the next she was a shiny statue. Now I see why everybody shut themselves up inside their homes. I don't think she walked without a care. She had quite a few cares.
No.
To turn people to gold when they least suspect it. Truly, this plague is a vicious one. We know nothing of its origins or of how it spreads, only its name, gold fever. Could this be the Lord of Shadow's doing too? I just assumed they were the ones who... You know... What's the word? I hear that you're more likely to catch gold fever when you're outside. That is why I'm taking shelter in here. Thankfully, the priest is a kindly man, so he lets me stay. For as long as I can remember, it has been my daily ritual to take a stroll around the town and see the sights of Sniffelheim. But since the fever struck, I have had to stop. Our great city was beautiful enough without being filled with those gaudy golden statues. Speaking of, where are they all?
Ah, there you are. I am glad to see you safe and well, Erik. It has been 5 long years since last we met.
Erik, don't go in! That's right! He didn't go into Sniffelheim the last time we were here, did he? He stayed outside. He didn't want to meet the queen. But why?
I was here 5 years ago? Did I used to live here or something?
Not quite. The Viking raiders, who once roamed the northern seas, would often stop here to buy supplies, or to drink away their ill-gotten gains at the inn. And when they came, Erik, you came with them.
I'm a Viking?
So that is why the men I sent to scour Heliodor for details of your origin would always return empty-handed. You were born here, a Viking.
He's the least Viking-looking person I've ever met.
Not born one. Erik and his younger sister were orphans.
Sister!
The Vikings found them, took them in, and raised them as their own. Whether that was for good or bad, I really couldn't say. By all accounts, they treated the poor children like slaves. Then, one day, we heard rumors that Erik's sister had passed away. And though the Vikings returned, Erik never did.
Stop.
It has always saddened me that I was not able to help those poor children more. Perhaps if I can help you to recover Erik's memories, it might...
I said stop! I need to be alone for a while.
He had a sister?
Forgive me. It was tactless of me to reveal so much so soon. Please, go to your friend. I will join you when he has had a chance to settle down.
Erik had a sister? He had a sister? Forgive me, I did not properly consider Erik's feelings. I should not have said so much so soon. Please, go to your friend. He cannot have gone far. I will join you later when he has had a chance to calm down. Come on, Norn, let's go and find Erik. We can't leave him all alone out there, especially with this gold fever going around. He can't have gone far. I'm sure he'll still be somewhere in the city. raised by Vikings. Why did he not follow in their footsteps? Why did he leave their fellowship and become a thief? I mean, isn't that kind of a Viking thing to do? The Sniffelheim Vikings are known to sail the northern seas, hunting for treasure. Might something untoward have happened on one of their raiding voyages, perhaps? Well, Erik certainly left in rather a hurry, and the way he shouted at that priest, so rude. If you ask me, there's something seriously wrong with that boy. You need to work out what's going on with this disease, but right now I'm more worried about Erik. The lad was in a bad way back there. Let's go and find him, shall we? I'm guessing the two have got to be connected somehow. Anything else in here? No. Can I? No, I can't. Shoot, I wanna save. Is your friend all right? He burst out of the church and ran away towards the western gate. He seemed to be very upset about something. I raised these horses from foals. They're like children to me. Soon it will be time to send them away to Gallipolis to race in the Sand National. Until then, that rotten gold fever can keep its hands off. Oh, I'm about to say, come on, give me a good one. The snow won't stop piling up while we wait for the fever to go away. If I didn't keep clearing it away, we'd be blocked in completely. By the way, I just saw your friend running through the back gate over there. He had a face like thunder. There's nothing on that side of Sniffelheim apart from the cliff that looks out over the bay. I wonder what he could be up to out there. Is there finally going to be a reason to have that little bit of a cliff? Let's just go... Yeah, there's Erik. Just go here and save real quick. Guys, it's been 23 hours since Yggdrasil fell. I feel like we're no closer, even 3 orbs in. But I wonder, so Erik had a sister, and he was part of the Vikings. The sister passed away, and Erik went to see the seer and was told to follow the luminary. Why did he want the red orb? It's all very curious.
Huh? Hey, I'm sorry I ran off like that. It's just...
What on earth? They're all gold. They're gold monsters.
Is that...
That ship, if the townspeople's shouts are anything to go by, it is not a welcome sight.
It does not sound like it.
I will take care of Erik. Please, you must hurry to the harbor.
Empty your pockets, sniveling Sniffelheimers. It's time to pay tribute to the great and glorious Gildigger. All your gold belongs to us!
And they've
Come
made
on,
plenty
you
of it now.
glittering curs, let's get to work. Grab the golden statues and load them into the longboat.
I will take care of Erik. Please, you must hurry to the harbor. There's a campsite on the way to the harbor from here. You just follow the path around the city walls and you'll find it. You can make your preparations there. I do not know what awaits you by the city gates. I would urge you to pray for protection before you venture forward. Were they? No, they can't have been. Oh, I'm in my head. I feel so bad. I didn't mean to do that. Did you see the ship that drew into the harbor? No doubt you heard those screams that heralded its arrival. We've seen that Sniffleheim has some unwelcome visitors. Come, Norn, let us ready ourselves for battle and hurry to the city gates. I've never seen Erik moan and groan like that. I don't know what's gotten him so shaken up, but we have to sort it out as quickly as we can. I want the old Erik back. Don't worry about Erik, laddie. The priest will take good care of him. Let's head away to the harbor. The townspeople's screams are anything to go by. The ship just docked down there isn't a welcome sight. Do you hear that, Norin? Monsters inside the city walls. We have to protect the townspeople, and there isn't a second to lose. There's always a second to lose. This is a JRPG. Actually, so, given that, we're actually going to end it here. And in the next one, we'll pick it back up, and we'll go fight some baddies that are encased in gold, and save the townspeople. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.